My home gym has one more spot to fill, and I'm hoping that my trip to Louisville, Kentucky, Home Gym Con 2026 this weekend is going to solve that problem. Let's go. This video is brought to you by GymSmith, my free 3D home gym building app meant for anyone trying to optimize their training space. Map out your actual room, browse thousands of pieces of brand name equipment, place true to scale 3D models in your gym, and walk through your layout to see exactly what it feels like. GymSmith analyzes your setup based on your goals, shows you what's missing, and tells you what equipment piece to add next. All of this is completely free at hypertrofit.com/GymSmith. What's up guys, Kyle with hypertrofit.com, the best place to design your home gym and develop your training program. I have one more spot in my home gym to fill. This is not going to be the end of upgrading this gym. It's just going to be to the point where every single spot is occupied. And there are a few things that this gym is actually missing that I would really like to include in here. My primary objective going to Home Gym Con this week is figuring out what is the best multi-press station for a home gym. Because right now, I don't have any machines that are dedicated to pressing work. And if I can have something that does chest, incline, and even shoulder all in one, that would be ideal. It doesn't necessarily have to do all three, but that's what I'm looking for, and that's really what I'm trying to figure out. Now, there is a caveat to this one single slot because there's also something else that I'm looking for and really trying to figure out what is the best dedicated back machine in a home gym as well. That is a spot that I do already have accounted for, but I think I can add a little bit more to it. And so let me show you what I'm actually working with here. The spot that we are talking about is over on this side. So right now we have the HVO calf raise over here, which I've had for just over a year now, ever since they sent it to me. And it's solid, but I don't really care for a seated calf raise, and it's taking up too much space for what it is. So this is where I want to put my final pressing station. So that is what I'm going to be looking for, and I'm going to show you exactly what options I'm considering when I go to Louisville this week. Next to that is the Gym Musculo linear row, which I just reviewed last week. It's a fantastic machine, and I really do like it. It showed me that I want a linear row in my gym, but this is probably not the final form. So I'm going to be checking out some other machines that potentially do more, and then see how that stacks up to this more budget offering, and see what should be that final piece to go as the dedicated back machine. So I'm going to walk you through what I have my eye on and what my plans are for this weekend. Like I said, priority number one is the pressing station. So the first thing on my list for Home Gym Con 2026 is to check out the GMWD Mikolo booth and get hands-on with their FID bench press shoulder press machine V8, because I want to try this out before V9 or V10 come out. But in all seriousness, I do think this one looks really good. I've seen a ton of reviews on it, a lot of good things about it, some mediocre things about it. But if it does incline and shoulder press really well, then this could be a very high candidate for that spot, because it's reasonably priced at around $1,100 right now. And I think it could just do the job really well. I really like the converging scissor arms, which makes this super attractive. And that is why that's going to be the first stop on my list. The second thing that I'm going to look at is going over to the ATX booth and checking out the standing chest press. This is something I've had my eye on since last Home Gym Con. They are finally available in the United States, and this is actually in stock and ready for purchase. So I'm definitely going to be checking out the standing chest press. And then they also have a multi press as well. So I know that obviously I would like it to be able to do more things, but the standing chest press is super interesting to me. It's got the adjustable handle grips and whatnot, so you can change the rotation and the angle a little bit depending on how you orient your body. So that's why I'm considering something like this. And then obviously the multi-press station allows you to do a bunch of different angles throughout it. So the only thing that I don't like about this multi-press, just looking at it, is that it doesn't have a converging pressing arc. You could obviously say the same thing about the standing chest press, but again, I'm going to have to try out all of these things to see what is going to feel the best. I'm also hoping that Prime has some sort of pressing station at their booth. I don't actually know what they're going to be bringing. If they have the incline press, then I definitely want to check that out, or flat. I know that they're trying to do a hybrid in the future where you can switch between flat and incline. Would I realistically ever go for something that's this big and this expensive for just one or two movements? Probably not, but I do want to see, does this really make the difference, especially when you have all of those different loading horns. I have not been able to use a standalone prime plate loaded machine. I've used a couple things in the past that were selectorized, but they weren't any of their pressing machines. So I'm really intrigued by this if I get the opportunity to check it out. Next on the list is the Titan Fitness selectorized incline chest and shoulder press. This comes with a selectorized weight stack, which is awesome. I have the Titan selectorized leg extension leg curl and absolutely love it. It's an amazing piece of equipment. So if this is on that same level in terms of quality, I'm really excited to check it out. Again, it doesn't have the converging arms, which I think is probably the biggest knock on it, but I haven't tried it. So I've got to get in there and see how this feels and determine if it could be a good fit for that spot. There are also some machines over at Echo Strength Depot. They have a booth. I don't know what they're bringing. If they do bring their multi-press, I'm going to try that out. It also looks very similar to the Titan. So again, going to be a good one-to-one comparison if I have that opportunity. And then probably the biggest wild card for me of the entirety of Home Gym Con is the company Olympian Frontiers. So this, I believe they're out of Australia. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But they only have a small booth. I believe they only have a 400 square foot booth, and they make some of the craziest equipment I've ever seen in my life. It's all very much commercial grade, and maybe they have some home gym line stuff too that I haven't seen. Again, I have no idea what they're bringing, but the stuff that I've seen on their Instagram, on their website, is absolutely mind-blowing. And if I have the opportunity to try this, then this might be the game changer for me. I mean, if you look through some of this stuff, it just looks like transformer equipment. Like, what they have, a converging standing chest press. They have all of these crazy converging multi-press options, different leverage press options. Now, a lot of these are bigger commercial machines, and I don't even know if these could fit in my basement, but this is something that I'm really interested to see what they bring, and hopefully be able to try out some of their cooler stuff, especially if it's in the upper body pressing category that I am looking for. So those are the main things on my list that I've scoped out ahead of time. In the comments, please, if you know of other pressing machines, especially ones that do multiple things that I should check out this weekend, please leave those down below. I'm obviously going to be checking out every single booth, so this is not an exhaustive list. This is just what I am most interested in that I know about currently. The next thing we're going to look at, like I was mentioning before, are the back machines. So I've pulled up a few that I have the most interest in, and those are as follows. So first, there's a couple pieces from Temple of Gains that I really would like to check out. The plate-loaded isolateral explode row is a machine that is mimicking, I believe it's the Nautilus row. Whatever original company built this style of row, I've used in commercial gyms before and absolutely love it. So I want to see their take on it. The main knock on this one is that it's super long. I feel like the total footprint probably isn't going to fit where I would want to put it. It's 91 inches long, so probably not, but I still want to check it out, see how it feels. The quad send is amazing. The multi-flight that I have is amazing. So all of the Temple of Gain stuff I absolutely love, and I'm really excited to try out some more of their machines. Continuing on with Temple of Gains, the other thing I want to check out is their isolateral linear row. So to compare directly against the Gym Musclo linear row that I have, I want to see what this feels like. This does have a couple of the features that I called out on the Gym Musclo not having, such as the longer range of motion, the adjustable foot plate for better depth. This is unilateral, so there is no fixed bar across both handles, so that can play a part in how this feels. The adjustable rotating handle grips, I think, are going to be awesome on this, so I am really excited to check this piece out as well. And then I do also want to take a look at their plate-loaded isolateral row. This is just like the regular hammer strength commercial piece that you see in just about any gym. I pretty much know how this feels, but again, I just want to check it out. This isn't super high in the running, but if it's in the booth and I can try it out, I'm going to do so. Moving on from Temple of Gains, I'm going to look at another ATX piece, which is, again, another linear row, and this is their double-sided linear row. So what's super interesting about this is, from the linear row perspective, we do have the straight bar across the top, so it's a bilateral movement here. We have the two articulating handles. I don't know if they can spin freely or if you just lock them in at the various angles. So I'm curious to see how that actually works. And I'm sure the linear row is going to feel really solid. But what's most interesting about this piece is that it also includes a chest supported row pad in the back. So now you're taking what I already really like about a linear row, making some improvements to it, and adding an additional exercise to the back of it. So getting more out of the same footprint is always incredibly valuable. So I definitely have my eye on this one, and I'm very excited to try this out. I'm also going to try out, hopefully, the Prime plate-loaded seated row. This is one of their most popular pieces in the back department. So again, we'll see what Prime decides to bring. If this is there, I definitely want to check it out. Again, it's one of those kind of one-note pieces, but if it's as good as everybody says it is, then it could potentially deserve a spot in my home gym. Next up, we have another piece from Echo Strength Depot. I apparently didn't pull this one up, but they also have a linear row that is chest supported, and I'm curious to see how this one feels. So this is a lot like the MegaMass chest supported linear row. A lot of companies are copying that design, and I want to see what it feels like. I think this will be pretty similar to how the ATX does it, but it all depends on what your angle is, what your hand grips are, and how smooth that overall machine feels. So we're going to give this a shot. Again, if it's there, I don't know what Echo Strength Depot is bringing. And then the final piece is, again, Olympian Frontiers. I have no idea what they're bringing, 400 square feet, but just like the chest machines, their back machines are absolutely wild. They have crazy linear chest supported rows. They have standing rows. They have stuff that I have never seen before or even remotely tried, even in commercial gym settings. So again, I'm really intrigued by this company to see what they're actually bringing to the show and what, if anything, I can try out. So same as with the pressing machines, if there are any dedicated back machines that you guys know about that I should try out while I'm in Louisville, if I had the opportunity to, let me know in the comments, because I really am trying to finalize these two pieces in my home gym. Legs are pretty much complete at this point. I've got the quad send, I've got the Freak Athlete Apex, I've got the Titan leg extension leg curl, and then with the addition of the Apex Fitness adjustable bench and all of those attachments, that came with a supine leg extension, that came with a prone leg curl, a sissy squat, a belt squat. So legs are good. I just need a couple more dedicated upper back pieces to really complete the bodybuilding aspects of this gym. So let me know what I should check out when I'm in Louisville. If you see me, come say hi. I definitely want to chat and meet each and every one of you. We're gonna have a great time this year at Home Gym Con 2026, and I hope to see you there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you again in the next one.